to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you're a subscriber and a friend, welcome back to my channel. Let's start with a story about 90 Day Fiancé, one of my favorite shows on TV because it follows the process of a bunch of people who are going to get together, come to the United States from international relationships and get married. And it always is a crazy, crazy adventure. Now, this season, you have a lot of different couples, and perhaps one of the most unfavorite couples or unfavorite characters is Tania. Now, I don't actually mind Tania, but a lot of people I'm seeing on Instagram, Twitter are not a fan of hers. A lot of people call her the least favorite cast member on the show. She's just a very direct woman that seems to like what she wants, and some people seem to think that she steamrolls Syngin. And now Syngin is from South Africa, and he came to marry her. And on this past week's episode, the crazy thing here is that he ends up, she's supposed to move in with him into the she shed. Yeah, that's right. They have a she shed in her mom's backyard where she is supposed to live with Syngin, and they're going to have this like room, right? It has nothing done. She promised him that everything would be done. And when he gets there, there's boxes everywhere. It's got paint cans on the dressers. There's shit everywhere. It literally does not look done at all. And she told him it would be done. And then they have to like put everything together. She wants him to he put in a sink. There's just so much wrong here. And on so many different levels, it makes people aggravated. Well, he was naturally aggravated at her. She interrupts him when he's trying to help. She's trying to direct him as he's trying to use drills and different tools to do what she wants him to do. It ends up in a big fight. And since the show has been airing, the interesting part is a lot of the couples that are on the show, like say Michael and Juliana, they have been posting photos together on Instagram. Anna and Marcel have been posting photos together, as well as, what's the other? Oh, Emily. Emily with her boyfriend, her husband from Russia. So there's been some couples that have been able to confirm that they're still together. But Syngin and Tania haven't posted a lot of photos together on Instagram. In fact, their Instagram feeds leading up to the show actually had 0 photos of each other recently, which had a lot of people suspecting from the get-go that they weren't together. The season has been strife with issues because her mother seems to think that Syngin has no direction and he has no motivations, and she wants a baby and he doesn't want a baby. Well, last week or earlier this week, someone actually, over the weekend, let's say, someone on Instagram posted that they had heard that they were connected to this. Now, take this with a grain of salt, that the two of them had broken up and that Tania was pregnant and that Syngin had left. Now, up until like last week, I was actually on his Instagram. He says that he's still in the United States. So have they split and he's still here? I don't know. But she was on Instagram answering questions earlier today, and people were asking about their relationship. So the rumor was she's pregnant, they're broken up, he's going back to Africa. He has said on Instagram he's still in the United States, but he answered on Instagram as well through one of those ask you questions that whether or not he would stay in the United States, and he said probably not. He just misses South Africa too much, the bush, the community, all the food, too much. And he hopes to go back soon, which also had people thinking they split. So it says, just finished the latest episode. Syngin is going to leave your ass. You're too much. And they said, if you're going to be Team Syngin and not Tania and Syngin either, easy at least spell his name right. And then someone asked, you wanted him to sleep amongst the boxes, so I figure you must have, in relation to the room not being finished. He said, oh, I did? You would have thought 5 boxes and some paint and brand new TV would be the end of the world for you all, and there'd be no way to finish line in the near future, cough, cough, but also said just a couple hours of work. I think you were sharing a place with a roommate, is what they said. And she said, partially true. In DC, I had roommates, but also right before Syngin came, I was living with someone. But who? probably stayed inside your mom's house, because she was asking people questions, where did she live? Probably stayed inside your mom's house versus her backyard with zero responsibility. And she says, haha, so wrong. There ain't a bedroom in there for me. I moved out from my mom's, a different house, about 10 years ago for college, and first time moving back home. Just by looking at your pictures, to me, I see someone living a life to their fullest. And she said, yes, I have been, thanks. And then, is it true that you're pregnant and he left you? And then there's like people going like this, and then, so she says she can't answer that. Interesting. So she's not denying it, but she's not confirming it. You're definitely the most hated this season, because even God hates her. God herself has enemies. Is she literally wait a minute. Is she insinuating that she's a god? Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Then people started going after her about wanting to get pregnant. And so she says, poking holes in condom in preparation for Syngin's visit. And she said, this is the most grotesque thing ever. It's not even a slight chuckle funny. I don't know how 3 years after being together for a year and a half is crazy, rushing, and trapping to all of you, but... And then, why don't you guys have any pictures together, or are you no longer together? And she says, oh, we don't? Check my stories too. Still together? Gotta keep watching. So that's an older photo, because if you see this picture, his hair is actually short. He has longer hair now. He has been posting videos and photos on Instagram, and his hair is still quite long. For Syngin's part, he, again, has been posting photos mostly of himself by himself. And it's interesting because it doesn't seem to be a requirement of these couples to pretend like they're not together. Because, for instance, Michael and Juliana are very much together. In fact, over the weekend, they were at a cancer benefit where his company that he does wine helped a organization raise, I believe, like $500,000. And he was in tow with Juliana. They were there clearly as a couple. His ex-wife was there with her date as well. Juliana has been posting on Instagram videos with Michael's children. So it doesn't seem to be a contractual obligation that they deny they're together. The same thing with Emily and her boyfriend, her husband, I cannot remember his name right now. They're constantly posting photos together of the baby, of them. They're clearly back here in the United States. Anna and Marcel have posted photos together on Anna's Instagram, and Starcasm actually confirmed that they got married earlier this fall. So this is kind of giving me the feels of the Laura and Aladdin relationship, where are they, aren't they, are they, aren't they, and then like all of this misdirection. And I don't know if that means that they just aren't together, but again, like I said, leading up to the show, they didn't have any photos together. And of course, this relationship appears to have two people that have very headstrong ideas, trying to compromise, which is not an easy task. Emily and Sasha, thank you. Sasha, thank you very much. I forgot about that. Sorry. But, so like I said, not all couples have to pretend like they're together or not together. So, I don't know what you think. It seems to me like there's more to this than, is she pregnant and did they split? I think it is interesting that he says he doesn't want to stay in the United States. I think it is interesting that all the photos that the two of them seem to be posting of them together are old and not current. He did an Instagram live a couple weeks ago, and it was clear through the video that his team in South Africa for rugby had won, and he appeared to be in the shed. So up until a couple weeks ago, because you could see clothes racks, and you could see a white dress behind him, and it appeared that he was in the shed that they had created together on the show. So as of a couple weeks ago, he was at least staying there. Whether or not they're together, I have no idea. Is she pregnant? Is she not pregnant? Does the chain want us to like have contractually one couple that we have to constantly guess on to see if they are or if they aren't? So there we go. But at this point, we will have to speculate another time. I will be back in a little while with more. Bye, guys.